Explorers who recorded something they regretted finding. This footage was recorded deep in the jungle, where some creatures aren't hunted, they're fed. Tonight's compilation follows explorers who pressed record in places they shouldn't have been. Not legends, not staged stories, just short clips, often shaky, often unclear, captured in real locations, where curiosity turned into immediate regret. Some moments look harmless at first, others feel wrong instantly. And the deeper we go, the more it seems the camera didn't just witness something, it invited it. Number 20, Greece. A stationary underwater camera records the seabed in pale blue haze. For a moment, nothing but sand and suspended particles. Then something shifts beneath the sediment. A massive horseshoe crab slowly emerges. Its shell is wide, layered, ancient in shape. The proportions feel heavier than expected, almost exaggerated against the scale of the rocks around it. It doesn't dart away. It doesn't react to the lens. The creature moves forward only slightly, then stops, motionless, present, as if it belongs to another era and simply surfaced into this one. No attack, no dramatic cut, just a living form that looks less discovered and more displaced. For now, it still feels like a strange encounter, not yet a warning. Number 19, open water, deep descent. Visibility is limited, light fading into cold blue darkness. Two divers sweep their flashlights across the ocean floor. Sand lifts in soft clouds, rocks, coral fragments, nothing unusual. Then the beam catches a shape. A humanoid figure stands several meters away, upright, still. Its skin appears bluish beneath the filtered light. The eyes look dark, featureless, reflective. It does not swim. It does not retreat. The divers don't advance. No sudden movement, no attack. Only observation. Silent, measured. The figure remains fixed in place, watching. In that depth, in that pressure, one detail becomes unavoidable. The divers are not discovering it. They are entering its space. Compared to what follows, this is still only an uneasy encounter, not yet confrontation. Number 18, a routine dive, clear water, stable visibility. The seabed looks undisturbed at first. Rocks, fine sand, quiet currents. Then the ground begins to shift, not from above, from below. Sand lifts in thick clouds. The water turns dense, almost opaque. The divers pause. Their lights catch nothing solid, only movement under the surface layer. Something massive displacing the earth itself. No visible creature, no defined outline, just pressure, weight, motion. The ocean floor heaves again. A tremor ripples outward. The camera shakes slightly as the divers steady themselves. This exploration ended with divers unknowingly recording an underwater earthquake, the seabed fracturing beneath them while they hovered in its path. Number 17. A group of explorers push through thick vegetation. The camera struggles to focus. Leaves brush the lens. Then someone stops. On the forest floor lies something impossible. An enormous insect, over 1.5 meters in length. Its body is clearly segmented. The wings appear intact, stretched along its sides. The texture looks rigid, almost fossilized, yet it rests exposed in open jungle. No visible decay, no clear explanation. Some believe it could be a preserved Jurassic specimen. Others suggest an artificial reconstruction placed for shock value. There was no scientific verification, no laboratory analysis, only a disturbing video, and a discovery that shouldn't fit into the present world. Number 16. Colombia. A narrow trail cuts through humid undergrowth. At first glance, it looks like a single elongated body crossing the path. Dark, continuous, moving with unsettling precision. The camera lowers. Dozens of caterpillars advance connected head to tail, forming a living chain. Their movement is synchronized, almost mechanical. Each segment follows the exact rhythm of the one ahead. No deviation, no confusion. This behavior is real, documented, known in certain species that travel collectively for protection. Still, the visual effect is deeply uncomfortable. The line bends and adjusts as one organism would, not individuals, but a coordinated mass. It isn't a new creature, yet watching them move like that feels less biological and more assembled. Number 15, Australian forest. Researchers scan branches carefully, searching for movement where there should be none. At first, it looks like a broken twig clinging to bark, long, thin, completely still. Then it moves. A giant stick insect, nearly 40 centimeters in length. Its camouflage is nearly flawless. Legs shaped like splintered wood. Body aligned perfectly with the branch. Even its texture mimics dry timber. This is not folklore, not mutation. It is a real, documented species. Rare, extreme. The scientists handle it cautiously. No aggression, no dramatic behavior, just evolution pushed to its limits. An organism refined to disappear so completely that noticing it feels like uncovering something hidden on purpose. Number 14, a night camera monitors a narrow forest trail. Infrared light washes the path in pale gray. Trees frame the corridor. For a brief second, a tall silhouette crosses from one side to the other, upright, human-shaped. The movement is fluid but wrong. The camera keeps recording. As the figure clears the center of the frame, the angle shifts just enough to reveal its true form. Legs, multiple, long and jointed. It isn't a person. It's a massive black spider moving across the trail. Its body low, limbs extended wide enough to distort its outline into something almost humanoid. The scale is what unsettles most. Before the mind identifies it, instinct already has. Number 13. The camera focuses on damp ground illuminated by a handheld light. At first, the shape is unclear, small, curved, glossy under the beam. Then it shifts slightly. The body appears violet, unnatural against the soil. Its form is difficult to categorize. Part frog in the head and posture, part worm in the elongated, flexible torso. No visible limbs supporting it clearly. Just a slow, subtle contraction. The person filming keeps a cautious distance. The video's caption later claims, "Someone died shortly after the encounter." There is no verification, no report, no evidence beyond the statement itself. Still, the image lingers. Not because of what is proven, but because of what the mind continues replaying, long after the clip ends. Number 12. A grassy meadow borders a dense forest line. The camera points toward the edge of the trees. At first, only tall grass shifting in the wind. Then something steps forward. An enormous bird. Its body mass exceeds anything commonly documented in the region. The neck is thick, the legs deliberate. Each step presses the grass flat beneath it. It does not startle, it does not retreat. Instead, it advances slowly toward the camera, head tilting slightly as if assessing the person filming. The distance narrows. The scale becomes undeniable. No sudden charge, no frantic escape, just measured approach. The video cuts abruptly before the outcome is known. Whatever happened next was never recorded. Number 11. An old recording, grainy, slight distortion at the edges of the frame. The camera captures what appears to be an animal moving across open ground. Low posture at first, four-legged, difficult to identify clearly due to the age of the footage. Then it stops. Slowly it rises. The body lifts onto two legs. The posture is rigid, almost mechanical. No natural sway, no visible adjustment for balance. It stands upright longer than expected, facing the direction of the camera. The person filming goes silent. The figure remains still. For several seconds, neither moves. Then the image jolts slightly, and the recording cuts off without explanation. No follow-up, no confirmation. Just an unfinished moment suspended in static. Number 10. An expedition team moves through uneven terrain. The camera remains steady, scanning low vegetation and exposed earth. At first, the shape blends into the landscape, then it shifts. A heavily armored body emerges into clearer view, thick plating across its back, a massive tail dragging behind it, muscular and deliberate. The head lifts slightly. The face is difficult to classify. Not clearly reptilian, not clearly mammalian. The creature does not charge. It does not flee. It turns partially, revealing more of its hardened exterior before disappearing behind brush. Later, the written field notes describe the encounter with a single phrase: unknown wildlife. No taxonomy, no public follow-up. The record ends there. Number 9. Lacandon Jungle. Thick canopy filters the light into deep green shadows. Only a single photograph exists, no video, no second angle. Just one frame capturing what appears to be an enormous serpent lying motionless among fallen leaves. Its body is thick, coiled partially beneath foliage. The scales look dark, muted, almost aged by the environment. It does not appear mid-strike. It does not seem disturbed. It simply rests. There is no clear reference point for scale, no measuring tape, no official survey. The image spread quietly, then faded into speculation. Some believe it could be perspective distortion. Others insist the proportions feel wrong. No scientific study followed. No confirmed dimensions, just one still image and a presence that looks older than the forest around it. Number 8. An Amazon expedition moves through dense vegetation, documenting wildlife along a narrow clearing. Between trunks and vines, a small animal steps into view, rust-colored fur, rounded ears, a thick ringed tail swaying slightly as it walks. It resembles a red panda, but that species does not exist anywhere in the Americas. The camera zooms carefully. The creature pauses, glances briefly toward the explorers, then continues walking deeper into the jungle without haste. No chase, no attempt to capture it, just quiet recording. The expedition log offers no classification, no specimen collected, no follow-up study. The footage ends as it began, observational, unresolved, a familiar shape in the wrong continent. Number 7. 1970s. A biological survey enters the Amazon to catalog bird species. The recovered footage is faded, colors muted by age. The camera pans across treetops and branches, routine documentation. Then it settles. Perched on a thick limb is a creature with the body structure of a bird, wings folded, talons gripping bark, feathers visible along its torso, but the face disrupts the frame. The features appear unsettlingly mammalian, the eyes forward-facing, the proportions slightly wrong. It does not startle at the camera. It does not fly, it simply watches. Field reports from the time mention only unidentified fauna before the team withdrew from the area. No classification followed. The tape was archived and then forgotten. Number 6. Brazilian jungle. Local residents move cautiously through thick vegetation, filming as they advance. Ahead, between trunks and vines, a tree stands illuminated by flickering orange light. Flames rise directly from its bark. No visible cables, no container of fuel, no clear ignition source. The fire appears to emerge from the wood itself, climbing upward in steady tongues, without spreading to surrounding foliage. The cameraman circles slightly, revealing no obvious human interference. Leaves nearby remain intact. The trunk continues burning from within. The footage spreads quickly online. Speculation follows. Chemical reactions, hidden accelerants, optical tricks, yet no official investigation delivers a definitive explanation. The case fades, but the image of a living tree burning from its own core remains difficult to dismiss. Number 5. Philippines, 1973. A small research group documents wildlife movement near a forest edge. The footage is aged, slightly unstable, trees dominate the frame. Then, between the trunks, something moves. A small humanoid figure. It walks upright, not hunched, not quadrupedal. The proportions appear compact, limbs thin but coordinated. The gait steady and deliberate. It does not resemble any documented primate native to the region. The cameraman hesitates, zooming slightly before the figure slips partially behind vegetation. Field notes from the time make no detailed classification, only a vague reference to unidentified subject. The archive reportedly disappeared for decades before resurfacing online. No official review followed. Number 4. Australia. Archival footage recovered from old field recordings. The image quality is degraded, colors muted. The frame trembles slightly, as if captured on early equipment. In the distance, a heavy figure moves across uneven ground. Its body appears dense, broad through the torso. The head shape is difficult to interpret, elongated, almost disproportionate to the rest of the frame. The movement is what unsettles most. Not fluid, not fully animalistic. There's a stiffness to the gait, a mechanical rhythm that doesn't match the terrain. The camera attempts to follow before the figure passes partially behind brush. The tape was archived without classification. No species identified, no public explanation issued, just another file labeled and stored. Number 3. Another Amazon expedition. Dense brush, camera already recording. What appears at first to be a large snake moves between roots and fallen branches. Its body is uneven, sections thicker than others, contours irregular along the spine. Then it accelerates, not in smooth lateral waves, but in abrupt, violent surges that twist the body unnaturally against the ground. The motion looks strained, almost convulsive, as if the anatomy doesn't fully align with its own structure. Leaves scatter. The cameraman steps back. No clear strike, no visible impact. Only chaotic movement closing distance faster than expected. The image jolts, sound spikes, the video cuts mid-motion. No official report followed, no closing statement, just footage ending at the exact moment control was lost. Number 2. Hadal zone. Depth, minus 7,400 meters. The exploration module Hades 12 descends into a newly mapped trench. Light barely cuts through the liquid darkness. For 30 minutes, nothing. No movement, no marine signatures. Then something crosses the beam. A flat body moves slowly across the seabed. Ray-like in outline, but wrong. Articulated limbs extend beneath it, hands press into the sediment. A wrinkled face turns toward the camera, aged, disturbingly expressive. Fluorescent appendages blink across its back in irregular patterns. The module halts automatically. Surface control receives a message. Intelligent presence detected. No one touches the controls. For 16 minutes, the creature simply watches. Fingers drag slowly through the sand. Manual override fails. Only the camera responds. Then the being raises one hand and points directly at the lens. Number 1. A local transport boat drifts through a wide, muddy river. Late afternoon light burns white over the canopy. The engine cuts unexpectedly. The vessel slides sideways in silence. No birds skim the surface. No fish disturb the water. Then something rises from starboard. At first it resembles a vertical log, but it keeps rising. A thick scaled neck emerges, segmented like ancient armor plates. Water cascades down its ridges. The head that follows is not fully serpentine. Its mouth curves into a hardened beak. One pale eye rotates independently before fixing on the boat. It does not strike. It holds position against the current, balanced as if anchored below. A low vibration hums through the hull. Metal fittings rattle. The GPS screen flickers, then freezes. A passenger begins recording. The creature leans closer. A thin stream of water drips from its beak. The pupil narrows vertically. The engine coughs once, though it is off. The river surface flattens outward in a perfect circle. For 3 full seconds, it remains still. Then it descends straight down, no splash. When the GPS reactivates, the coordinates show the boat nearly 2 kilometers upstream.